Justice is equity, and it knows no boundary. The litigants have genuine cause of action, and Judge Fumi Asaolu is ever ready to dispense justice, ensuring amicable settlement.
So how come she's not been paying this man out of the profit she's making? Explain it to her. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's an act of wickedness. And she's trying to play smart. That's the impression I'm having.
She is fearless.
Don't you ever look at me straight in the eyes and say, wait.
She is firm.
I don't see this man as somebody that will kill you. All he wants is for you to just perform conjugal rights. I'm telling you.
She is hilarious. The dispute is real, and the judgment is binding. This is the Justice Court. Today on the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Chief Judge Ezenwora, is suing his godson Emmanuel for the sum of 1,700,000 naira invested in building a passenger boat for marine transportation. Emmanuel Izilian, a sailor, agrees he received the sum in cash. He claimed the boat could not stay afloat during a test run. It sank like the Titanic on its first voyage.
All rise. Court in session. Honorable Judge Fumi Asaolu presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, this case is between Chief Judge and Emmanuel. Parties sworn on oath.
Thank you, Akin.
You're welcome.
Chief Judge Ezenwora, you are the plaintiff in this suit, and you are suing Emmanuel Izilian for the sum of 1.7 million naira.
Yes,
is that correct? Can you explain to me the circumstances under which you met the defendant?
Okay.
How did you get to know him? That's what I mean.
Yes, the defendant is my instructor and
Is your...
instructor and my trainer.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a Nollywood actor.
All right. Okay.
Yes. So, and my friend also. So he comes to my house every now and then. And the one calm morning in March last year, he came to my house and said, Chief, there's something I've been wanting to discuss with you. I said, okay, what could be that?
How long have you known him?
Just about 5 years now. So he said he wants me to invest in passenger's boat. That is outboard engine marine boat, because he's a seller.
Okay. He's not into Nollywood?
No, he's
Okay,
not.
all right.
He's just my friend and just like a godfather to me. Godson, I mean. I'm sorry. So I said, okay, what could be that? He said he wanted me to invest on passenger's boat. I said, okay. And he went ahead and told me that I'll be making like 200 to 300,000 naira every week. That is, the business is very, very lucrative. I said, okay, 200 to 300,000, that is a good deal. So I told him to go and make feasibility studies and let me know how much it will cost us. He left and came back in 2 days' time with a pro forma invoice of about 1.750. That's 1,750,000. With the registration and all the rest of it. I said, okay, let's see how it goes. Give me some time, let me see what I can do. Because I needed to double my hustle because I have a large family. I said, okay, give me some time. let me make up the money. So after 3 weeks or a month thereabout, I called him. I said, okay, go to my shop at Ladipo. I have spare parts shop at Ladipo, and my junior brother is there. Go and collect 400,000 because my junior brother said sell some goods.
So the first money collected was a sum of
400,000 naira.
Okay.
I was about traveling to Asaba for a movie shoot.
Okay.
So when I go to Asaba, I called him. He said everything's moving fine. The boat builder is on it. That he needed more money too. I said, okay, give me your account. He gave me an account. I sent 700,000 naira to him.
That's the second installment.
That's the second installment. So after I finished shooting at Asaba, I came back to Lagos. I said, how far? He said, everything is okay. Then he took me to one jetty where they are building the boat at the satellite and jetty Ijegu side. When I got there, I met the boat builder and
you saw him putting your own boat together?
Yes. So after 2-3 days, I told him to go to my shop and meet my brother and collect 600,000, which he did. Then I left for Ghana for a movie shoot. 3 weeks after the completion of 1.7 million naira to balance 50,000, he started behaving funny.
In what manner?
His phone was no longer going. Sometimes it's switched off or it's not reachable.
Was that after you came back from Ghana or from Ghana? You
No,
were trying to reach him from Ghana?
Yes, I called him from Ghana when I was in Ghana. I said, okay, let's see how it goes. I came back. I spent like 3 weeks or 1 month and thereabout. I came back. I called his number.
You could not reach him?
I could not reach him. I went to Satellite Navy barracks where we normally meet. I did not see him.
You don't know where he resides?
Eh?
You don't know his house?
I don't know his house, but we normally meet at that. He comes to my house every now and then. He knows my family. He knows everything. Sometimes I send him.
Did you go back to the spots he took you to, where he claimed they were constructing your own boats? You said you went there together once.
Yes, once.
Did you trace him down to that place?
No, I didn't, because the day I went there with him, what I saw there I didn't like, because a lot of people were disturbing. I spent close to 20,000 for all this Abu and the rest of them. You know.
Okay.
Because they said they are watching my movies, they are paying GSTV to. It was there that day.
And you didn't take the person constructing's phone number?
No.
No, you did not.
I
Okay,
did
because
not.
you believe he's in charge.
He's my godson.
Okay.
Yes. Until one day I called his number again. He rang. He did not pick. I used someone's phone phone and called him. He picked.
He picked the call?
Yes.
Okay.
He noticed that I was. He said, Oga, I can't be calling you every time now. I said, what is this?
He said that?
Yes. Oga, I can't be calling you every. And this is someone that used to call me chief. This time he said, Oga.
The day you called him, that he picked the call, did you ask him for the status, as in how far he has gone?
Oh, yes, I asked him.
So what did he tell you about the state of the boat that was being constructed?
Oh, yes, he said they are doing it. He can't be telling me everything, that I should start patient, he will get back to me.
And when did he say he will get back to you?
He said before 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
I waited for that 2 weeks. No
Did you
call
hear
from
from him?
Yes, no call from him, nothing.
And did you called him after that?
Yes, I called him again.
And you were able to get hold of him? He picked the phone?
No,
You were able to speak with him on phone?
No, when I called him after that,
Okay.
The phone was no longer going.
All right, okay.
Somebody took me to his new house, a satellite.
His new
house.
What do you mean by new house? A new place,
The
new
place,
apartment
a
that
new
he
apartment,
leased?
yes,
That he
new
leased.
apartment that yes. I saw him.
How did you know that that's new? Because you said you don't know where he was staying before.
No, it was after I keep looking for him that I will complain to so many people.
Okay.
In that Navy bar, but if you go that Navy, satellite Navy, where we swim and the rest of them, it's like club, you know. So one of our friend there.
A common friend?
Yes.
Somebody that knows the two of you at least?
Yes,
okay.
yes. Carried me to his new house.
All right, okay.
I went there and I met him. He said, what is it? Emma, what is wrong with you?
What?
You are holding my money. And you are not calling me, you are not picking my call. What is it? He said, there's something that you will tell me later. I said, what is that? He said, Chief, it's not something I will start telling you now. Don't worry. I will make out and come to the house and tell you what happened. I said, you better tell me now because I'm not leaving this house until my boat is. I see my boat. I started saying, wave. I don't understand. Wave carried the ship and the boat and the engine.
Wave carried the boat
yes.
and the engine?
Yes. I said, it can't be serious. Emma, please, I am not doing it again. Please give me my money now. He said, don't worry. He will give me back my money on January. He made agreement with me on January.
For January. When was it? When did he make that agreement?
November.
November.
Yes.
Okay, November last year.
Yeah, November last year.
Okay.
January, I went to the village with my children. I waited for Emma. I didn't see him. The next minute again, his phone switched off.
You couldn't reach him again on phone? But at least you know his house at that time.
Yes, yes. So, I don't know, before this COVID-19 came in, and he said, I didn't see him until I wanted to report him to Amadioha.
To? Wanted to report him
I'm from the eastern part of this country, so that's how we recover our debt. I wanted to report him to Amadioha so that we bring that money fast. Because I don't know, maybe he's taking advantage of me. Well, I said, okay. In a nutshell, this boy collected 1.7 million naira for passenger boat. Passenger boat I did not see. My money I did not see up to this moment, up till now. Until I wanted to report him to Amodia. Somebody said there's something. I have not heard about this court before.
Justice court, okay.
Yes, justice court. This is my first time, and this is my first time I'm coming here. I said, okay, I don't understand if I'm coming here to, because what I want is either he pay me my money or I send him to prison. Yes, because this boy treated me, I have not been humiliated like this before.
So, Emmanuel, can I hear your own side of the story? What actually happened? What transpired? Did you collect 1.7 million naira from him?
Yes, I did.
Just as he said, in 3 installments.
Yes,
right. So, the money you collected from him, can you tell me how he expended the money? What happened to the money?
The first payment he made, which I received from him, was 400,000 naira. That was for the building of the boat, starting the process of the boat.
That was meant for building?
Yes,
but I want to know what you actually did with the money.
I was coming to that.
Okay.
So the first 400,000 was the process of the boat, to build it.
Okay.
Then, during that process, he sent another money again, 700,000. So that was for the engine and coupling of other things. on the boat. The last payment he made, which was 550. It was supposed to be 600,000, but his brother gave me 550.
Okay,
That's
the day you went to collect.
the day I went to collect, I didn't disclose that with him.
Why?
What
happened? What happened? Why didn't you collect the complete money?
We've been making transactions through his brother. So his brother told me that since he's been sending money to me, he needs his cut inside.
No problem. You considered.
No.
You wait. The issue is, as far as it's concerned, you collected 600,000 naira.
Yes, ma'am.
You were instructed to collect 600,000 naira.
Yes, ma'am.
When you got there, on your own, without carrying him along, you decided to dash whoever you dash 50,000 naira from the money.
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Before you dashed him, because if you had that challenge, he's not the one. Is it through him that you got the contract?
No, ma'am.
No. Do you know him before that day?
Ma'am.
When you...
The brother or him?
Yes, the brother.
We've been seeing him.
You see him, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then when he demanded for the money, did you tell him?
No, ma'am.
So who did you consult before you gave the 50,000 naira to the man?
Nobody, ma'am.
Nobody. You did not tell Larry. That's by you. That's what I'm saying. So you decided on your own to dash out that 50,000 naira.
So after that transaction with his brother, then I went on to pay for the remaining process of the boat. So which was the full engine and registration of the boat. Because
you pay to whom?
To the man making the boat.
To the man making the boat?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How did you pay him? In cash?
It was in the cash, ma'am.
What's the person's name?
Tunde, ma'am. Tunde, ma'am. Tunde.
Tunde who?
Tunde, we call him Tunde Fiber.
Tunde Fiber?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So he registered the boat with the water security people involved with them.
Do you have anything to prove that? Did you get copy of the registration document from him?
No, I did not get it.
And you don't even have anything. Do you have anything to prove to me that you gave today 700,000 naira?
The only proof I have was the boat.
Oh, there's a boat somewhere.
Yes,
now.
there was a boat. It was like complete. The remaining part was the engine, just to couple the engine with the boat.
Okay. So go ahead, I'm listening.
So by then I traveled for a competition now.
You gave him the money and you traveled?
No, I gave him the money. Then I saw him coupling the engine to the boat. So it was about the next day or two. Then I traveled for a competition at Cross River State. Then on my coming back to check the boat, then I asked him, what happened? Is the boat ready? He said no, that he has something to tell me. Okay, what's the problem? He said he was testing the boat with some other boats there. Then, in his own language, one thing do one thing, the boat sink with engine.
No.
The plaintiff, Chief Ezenwara, said he depleted his spare part business to raise the 1,700,000 naira invested. While the spare part business is at the brink of collapse, the defendant has moved to a new apartment, got married, and is expecting his first baby. Emmanuel Ezilian said Chief's invested capital was not converted to personal use. However, Emmanuel has no documentary evidence to support his claim. He also said the artisan that constructed the boat is at large. This story is not adding for George Fumi, and the plaintiff cannot wait to have all his money returned.
I asked you now, barely a few minutes, not even up to 5 minutes now. I said, what proof do you have? And you said, there is a boat.
Yes, ma'am.
So I thought you were going to tell me that there is a boat somewhere to prove to me that the money you gave to Tunde, this is the boat that you used the money to construct. I don't know whether I'm making sense to you.
I understand now.
Because so now, if there is no boat, and you are claiming you are giving money to Tunde, how do you prove to me now that Tunde collected the money from you? That's one. Two, you said Kule registered the boat.
Tunde, ma'am.
Pardon?
Yes, ma'am.
Where?
With the lawman.
With Loma?
Yes, ma'am.
Loma.
The water safety.
Water safety?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. From what you are telling me, even you never cited the boat.
That is
Until it was claimed to have sank.
It was claimed to have sunk. No.
Claimed. I'm glad you are using the word claimed too. Because even you are not sure.
Because I only saw half of what he did, half of what he constructed all of the boats before I traveled.
Half of what he constructed, let me tell you, half of what he constructed could have been the way the man stated. Today said it happened, he completed and sank, which I don't believe. The construction that you saw could have been completed and sold to somebody else. Did you consider that? Yeah. So, what's the proof that the 700,000 naira you claim to have given today even spend that money at all towards construction of any boat? So, on your side, you cannot prove. You can't prove that Tunde actually constructed that boat because you never cited the complete boat.
Yes, ma'am.
What did you tell him when he told you that the boat has disappeared?
Because I actually threatened him that I will come with some of my Navy friends, that he must provide the boat.
Did you carry out the threat? No.
Yes, ma'am, I did, ma'am.
What did you do?
I seized some of his tools, which I still have with me.
Do you have the picture of the tools there?
No, ma'am.
What's the value of the tools?
I don't know because I'm not the one working with them.
I'm listening.
No, maybe spanner, sir.
Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
He said he'll try and provide or make another one for me.
He said he would do what?
He'll try and provide the boat for me or make another one to see what he can do.
When? When did he tell you that?
This was still around that October period, ma'am.
October last year?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did he say we deliver it to you?
Latest March, this one. This month.
So you've taken delivery of it right now?
No, ma'am.
So what happened?
Because Tunde is nowhere to be found.
Today?
Tunde is nowhere to be found, ma'am.
Today is not what?
Tunde is nowhere to be found, ma'am. Because
he's nowhere to be found?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have proof, you don't have witness, you can't fight today again. How does that sound to you? Because you are not fooling anybody here. So, how do you intend to pay him back? How do you intend to pay him? He gave you 1.7 million naira. You cannot deliver the boat. So you return the money to him.
I can try by installment, ma'am.
He said you are going to pay everything. Did I admit you?
He said
you are going to pay everything because I said I don't want all those.
He said he was going to pay you.
Pay everything.
Once.
Yes, that's what he said.
You think he has that right now?
I don't know.
You have to be realistic.
If I did not bring him here, would you have thought of seeing me?
Chief, ma'am.
Yeah? Chief. Now you are calling me chief. You're not calling me chief. I empty my shop because of this. And I'm no longer in good terms with my junior brother because there was nothing in that shop again. I thought I was getting close to my millions and a step forward away from poverty. I didn't know that I was jumping up from fire to flying. Yeah? And this is somebody I took like my son. He knows every of my children. He comes to my house every now and then.
Pain.
We eat
He's
together.
Not an outsider
we drink together.
That is doing this to him. It's because of the kind of proximity he has with you.
Oh,
it's because of the kind of relationship he has with you. That's where the pain is coming from. And you see, it's not every time you get people that are ready to invest in other people's business, especially what they don't know anything about. Because nothing stops him from going for a second opinion before investing into the business. But he threw away all the caution. He kept on referring to you as a godson. Your repayment plan, when do you want to start? How much do you want to be paying? Is it on weekly basis, daily or monthly?
Monthly, ma'am.
So how much every month?
At least 50,000, ma'am.
Pardon?
50, ma'am.
50, sorry. 50,000. Who and who is this? Look, all this your cook and bull story, I'm not comfortable with it. Then we are talking about this man. He wasn't married, but now he's married. How am I sure he did not use the money to get married?
Chief, no be your money now.
Huh?
No be your money, Chief.
No be my money. Where is the money? Because I need it.
That's it. Because
From here, you are going to prison.
You just spoke about, just a minute.
Because I'm not ready to take
You
that.
just spoke about you picking up a new apartment.
I want to listen to them.
You just spoke about you picking up a new apartment.
If I did not bring you here,
sorry, you have to, hello,
sorry.
When I'm speaking.
Sorry, ma. Sorry, my lord.
You just mentioned the fact that after you collected the money, you went ahead to rent a new apartment. And it's just mentioning the fact now that you got married thereafter. It's obvious that it can't pull out everything at once. That 1.7 million naira is obvious. But I'm not saying he's not going to pay. He must pay the 1.7 million naira.
That I want it complete.
You want it complete once?
Yes, that is what we agreed on.
So when you promised him you were going to give him 1.7 million naira, how do you intend to get the money then?
You say River State is
apparently you have access to money somewhere that you are not disclosing to this courtroom.
No, because by then, when I promised him that, I was already going for a competition, which was I was going for a competition, which I was sure of that at least I was just able to at least half of the money, like 500,000 or 600,000. But from that time till now, I'm still being owed.
You are still being
owed by the Sport Commission.
After the break, Judge Fumi makes a final ruling.
Judgment for the plaintiff for the sum of 1.7 million naira. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Have you been cheated or have a dispute and want justice? Don't take laws into your hands. Log on to www.thejusticecourt.com and submit your case.